the Atlantic Boardwalk, sitting directly above the ocean, there's a 4-story shopping mall that almost nobody talks about anymore. Inside are marble floors, glass elevators, luxury storefronts, and miles of empty corridors, all still perfectly maintained. At one point, this pier held some of the most expensive stores in America. Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Burberry brands, normally found in cities like New York or Paris. But today, most of the lights are still on, while the stores themselves sit empty. So what happened here? How did a luxury mall built over the ocean, connected directly to a major casino, end up nearly abandoned? Well, to understand that story, we have to go back more than a century to the very beginning of this pier. Long before luxury retailers and shopping malls existed here, this location was one of the most famous entertainment piers in America. The structure was known as the $1 Million Pier. It first opened in 1906, during the golden age of Atlantic City tourism, and at the time, Atlantic City was one of the most popular vacation destinations in the United States. Millions of visitors travel here each year to experience the boardwalk, the beaches, and the many attractions that line the shoreline. The $1 Million Pier was built to be one of the most impressive of them all. It stretched out over the Atlantic Ocean, the massive structure designed as a place to be for entertainment, performances, and exhibitions. Inside were theaters, restaurants, ballrooms, and exhibition halls that hosted concerts, shows, and public events. Over the decades, the pier hosted several early Miss America pageant activities, further cementing its place in the Atlantic City history. For many visitors, this pier represented the excitement and glamour that made the city famous. But like many structures built during the early 20th century, time eventually began to catch up with it. And by the late 1970s and early 80s, the original $1 Million Pier had begun to deteriorate. And after decades of use, the aging structure was eventually destroyed by fire. The historic pier that had entertained visitors for generations was gone, but developers quickly saw an opportunity. Rather than abandoning the site, they decided to rebuild it entirely. Only this time, it wouldn't be an entertainment pier. It would become something very different. Throughout this episode, I'll be discussing the rise and fall of Pier Playground Mall. But for right now, let's get inside and explore. So you'll notice as we go along that this mall has 3 floors. Level 1 is the boardwalk, level 2 is the sky bridge, and then finally level 3 is the restaurants. But they are blocked off. However, I will do my best in bringing this video and all of its glory to life. Here we go.
Oh, they got some nice shoes here. Check that out. Oh, look at them. Lacoste shoes. Yeah, I need some boots too. Look at these. These are a little loud, but these will catch your attention from a mile away. I'm more of the style of like, I just like my white shoes, you know. I also like these Under Armours too. They're pretty plain and minimum, but they look good. Ooh, I really like, okay, that's my favorite shoe. I might come back and get one of these. Yo, check this out. A Ferrari phone case right here. That's cool. I really love that. Oh, and you got a red one too? Oh, that's cool. Look at all these iPhone cases just left behind like this.
In the early 1980s, a new structure rose from the remains of an old pier. The project was called Ocean One. Instead of theaters and entertainment halls, the new building was designed as a shopping mall. The idea was simple. Atlantic City had recently legalized casino gambling in an attempt to revive tourism, and developers believed retail would play an important role in that revival. Ocean One Mall would give visitors something else to do besides gambling. Located on the boardwalk, and connected to nearby casinos, the mall quickly became a convenient stop for tourists walking along the shoreline. Inside were restaurants, clothing stores, gift shops, and small retail businesses. The concept worked for a time, and visitors exploring the boardwalk could easily step inside, escape the heat or rain, and browse the shops before heading back out to the beach or casinos. But by the early 2000s, developers began to believe that the property could become something even bigger. They didn't just want a typical shopping mall. They wanted to transform it into a luxury retail destination, and that vision would lead to the most ambitious redevelopment project the Pier had ever seen.
What do we have here, y'all? It says Atlantic City Pennies. Put this in here, crank it up. You might be able to make a design with your pennies and it spits it out right here. I just found a little convenience store that is also abandoned and closed for good. And look, everything left behind in here. Wow, I would love to get in there. That door is open over there. I don't know if I'm gonna go in though. Sports bar? Oh look, here's the other side of it. But I do see a Pac-Man machine right there. A Mrs. Pac-Man machine, Paperboy. These are all old school Nintendo games. Popeye, who the heck has Popeye? Look at that. Asteroids, Defender. Oh my goodness, this place is loaded. You can make a fortune selling this stuff. I like the colors. Feels like you're walking a back street in this area. Oh, here we go. No shoes. Your shoes, no drink. Well, all of this is locked up and caged. Look, this store is completely abandoned with all these retro games left behind in it. Wow. Oh, I want to get in there so bad.
In 2006, the property was completely transformed once again. Ocean One Mall was redeveloped and reopened as the Pier Shops at Caesars. The new design was dramatically different from the previous version. Instead of a standard mall, the interior was redesigned to resemble an upscale shopping district. Marble floors, elegant lighting, glass elevators, and open views of the Atlantic Ocean were all incorporated into the architecture. The goal was clear. Developers wanted to attract high-end retailers and wealthy visitors who were already coming to the Atlantic City casinos. Luxury brands began to open stores inside the building. Shoppers could even find designer names like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Burberry, and Armani. And for a brief period, it seemed like the concept might succeed. The idea was that the casino visitors would spend their winnings inside these luxury stores, creating a thriving high-end retail environment. But there was one major problem. Atlantic City itself was beginning to change, and not in a good way.
Y'all, I mean this when I say this. This is probably up there with the top 10 deadest malls in America right now. It's absolutely so hard to believe that such a populated area is so dead in this condensed area where the mall is. I've never seen anything like it. This is a true ghost town of America. I want to get up there so bad where it says the pizza restaurant and everything, but unfortunately we don't have access to it and it is completely blocked off. And we don't want to get caught up there because we don't want to trigger security. But you know what I could do? I could probably find some archival footage and kind of overlay it through the video and kind of talk about it then. So I really want to show you guys this whole mall, but I don't think it's going to happen. And this is the darkest part of the mall, and unfortunately, it's kind of blocked off right now, but yeah, really cool.
During the early 2000s, Atlantic City was still a major gambling destination, but its dominance didn't last. Other states began opening casinos closer to major population centers. Pennsylvania, New York, Maryland, and Delaware all introduced their own gambling resorts, and suddenly, visitors no longer had to travel all the way to Atlantic City to gamble. They could simply drive to the casino much closer to home. And as the competition increased, Atlantic City's tourism numbers began to decline. Casinos started losing revenue. Some of them eventually closed altogether. And when fewer people visited the city, luxury retailers became much harder to sustain. High-end brands depended on consistent traffic and wealthy customers. Without those visitors, the stores inside the Pier began to struggle. And one by one, luxury retailers started closing their locations. Large storefronts that once held designer brands slowly became vacant, and the building itself was still beautiful, but fewer and fewer shoppers were coming inside. Developers knew something had to change, so they attempted another rebrand. In 2015, the property was given a new name. It became known as the Playground. The goal was to move away from traditional retail and turn the building into more of an entertainment destination. Developers introduced restaurants, nightlife venues, and attractions meant to draw visitors back to the pier.
I don't think most people have experienced anything like this, where they can just go from venue to venue, bar to bar, event to event, and or shop or dine. It's just going to be, it's funny because it's my version of what Steel Pier was years ago. It's an opportunity for people, if you're here with friends, maybe a couple of them want to shop, a couple want to hang out here and listen to the music, a couple want to bowl. It's just going to be, for this ADD world that we live in, it's perfect.
Instead of relying entirely on shopping, the new concept focused on experiences. Visitors could wine, dine, drink, and enjoy the ocean views while exploring the building.
Here we have the first floor deck. It looks like this actually has two piers. You can walk on it. Well, not now, but at one time you could walk out here and go walk to the beach. This is the first pier, and the other pier is above us.
For a brief time, there was optimism that this new approach might work, but the broader issues facing Atlantic City hadn't gone away. Tourism numbers were inconsistent. Many of the luxury retail spaces remained empty, and despite the renovations, the building struggled to attract enough tenants to fill its massive interior. And over time, more and more storefronts remained vacant. Entire sections of the building became quiet and unused. The pier was still open to the public, but the energy that once defined it had largely disappeared.
There's a vault door right here. That's a vault. Look at the big lock on it. You see those clocks right there? It says London, Chicago, Sydney, Denver. It tells you the time elsewhere in the whole world. How cool is that? See y'all just down the block right over there? That was a wedding reception hall. That's what it looks like right here. The one that was all blocked off. So you get married here in an abandoned building if you want. This is the most unique looking elevator I've ever seen. Oh, check this out. It's an abandoned restaurant. Hey, that's that WWE wrestler right there. R-Truth. Yeah, that whole section's like blocked off. I want to go back there so bad, but yeah, it's prohibited, which sucks. Here's those penny machines again. I think you put a quarter in here, nickel, or 1 cent. You twist it like this. I'm pretty sure this is how it works. And then it spits it out right here, and you can put whatever design that you want on it, like this. I love Atlantic City, Caesars, Atlantic City, New Jersey, etc. Let's go try to see what's in this store. Yeah, that's what I figured. It's all closed off. There's really nothing in here. It's so dark. Check out this store. A lot of stuff left behind in here too, and it's completely closed. It's like 2 o'clock during a weekday. All this stuff left behind. Look at that.
Walking through the building today is a strange experience. From the outside, the structure still looks impressive. It stretches over the Atlantic Ocean, towering above the boardwalk below. Inside, the architecture still reflects the luxury vision developers once had for the property. Polished floors, wide corridors, glass railings, and large windows overlooking the water. But the empty storefronts tell a different story. Many of the spaces that once held designer brands now sit completely vacant. Escalators lead up to the upper floors, where only a handful of businesses remain. The building itself hasn't been abandoned, but the atmosphere feels unusually quiet for a structure of this size. And in many ways, it feels like the mall's frozen in time. A place that was built for crowds that never fully returned.
Oh, look, what's upstairs? The restaurants and everything. You got seafood up there, some burgers, fries, all that good stuff. I wish we could actually go up there, but it's all blocked off. I do like the pretty tiles. It's so colorful in here. And y'all see those big vents right there? Those are vents for the AC unit. The last time I saw one of those, that style was actually in Italy, a mall in Italy. So apparently that is a thing outside of the United States. It says level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. A lot of this stuff's blocked off. And you can tell this place used to be high-end at one point in time because we have a Versace perfume store right here. Check out all these posters left behind too. That's really cool. I love that one that says sick right there. Love the artwork in here. All this stuff left behind. Look how thick this glass is, y'all. It feels like I'm in an aquarium or something where they would keep Free Willy, you know what I'm saying? Look how thick this glass is. Ain't nobody busting through this. It'll take a 50 caliber to go through this. And there's the one of the lonely food courts down below. We have many food courts throughout, especially on the top floor. We're on the second right now, but I think that's like a little coffee bar down below. And it's so hard to believe that this is all just abandoned now. It says pull. Can we go inside? No, we can't. Oh, this door is open. I don't know if I should go in though. There's nothing in here. These doors are locked, but I'm mysteriously drawn to the blue light right there. And I want to see what that's all about. That door should be open. There's nothing in there, but it is open. This is as far as I'm going. We got Getting Lost with Joe. She's the brave one of the group. Yeah, there's really nothing in here except this beautiful blue light. I'm very intrigued by it. This is amazing. This is really amazing. Oh look, we got Mr. Bojangles right there. There's a picture of Kiss right there, Gene Simmons, the guy with the long tongue. And it looks like a lot of celebrities came through here at one point in time. We even have some famous comedians too.
Despite the mall's struggles, the story of the pier may not be over. In recent years, the property had been rebranded again as ACX1 Studios. The new plan is to convert parts of the building into film and television production space. Instead of relying on retail, the structure could become a location for movie sets, studios, and media production. It's a very different future from what developers had originally imagined, but it may offer the building a second life, and if successful, it could transform this quiet mall into something entirely new. For more than a century, this pier had gone through multiple identities, from the $1 Million Pier, to the Ocean One Mall, to the pier shops at Caesars, to the playground. Each version reflected a different era in Atlantic City's history. Some thrived for decades, others lasted only a few years, and today, the structure still stands above the Atlantic Ocean, a reminder of the city's rise, its struggles, and its constant attempts to reinvent itself. Whether the next chapter succeeds or not remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, few places on the Atlantic City Boardwalk have a story quite like this one. And I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. A couple of things before I go. First, if you want to become a channel member to get your name featured in the credits, you're more than welcome to do so. And second, YouTube thinks you'll like this next video coming up on the left-hand corner of the screen. Thanks for watching, and go ahead and watch the next video coming up. This is RangerRickTV, signing off. Thanks for watching.